Yeah. Good evening. Good evening, all. Online students, is my voice is loud and clear? Please confirm. Clear, right? Done. So, in the last class, as we are discussing, okay, regression project. In today's class, we are going to see the complete practical approach of the regression project. Okay, just to give me a minute. Done. So, everyone, please make a note of steps. From there, we'll start with doing the practical application. Okay, so end to end regression project steps. It is applicable only for the regression, end-to-end regression project steps. So it is a capstone project. So in the company, whenever you are going to work with the regression, we have to do in the same way. Okay, end-to-end regression project steps involved. So we are going to do in the same sequential order. Every step we are going to cover in the class. Okay. First, first we should understand the business problem or project requirement. Business problem understanding. The first step is called as business problem understanding. The business problem understanding is also called as understanding the project requirement. Understanding first the project requirements. What is the project requirements? Every project will be differed. Don't fix all the projects of same type. So today, what are the project we are going to do? Don't think every time it is going to be the same for every case. Okay. So just I'm writing here in generalization. So it is applicable for all types of projects of regression. It is not applicable only for today's class project. It is applicable for the every project and every regression project. It is applicable. First, we have to understand the project requirement. Project requirement understanding means what means this is nothing but what is client requirement. Client means who is going to pay the money for you. What is his requirement? Okay, first we have to understand what is his requirement, client requirement. Based on the client requirement only we can do the everything, right? That is only called as project understanding. Now, second, after understanding the project, what exactly he wants or anything. So in the company, what happens means, okay, you will receive, you will receive the project requirement. What are the project requirements are there? You will receive the project requirement in separate one document, a separate document either in the Word or PDF or something, plus along with the where you will get the data. So first, before all these things in the company, what you will receive is to your mail. Okay, to your mail or wherever as per the company norms. It's all depends on the company norms, company to company. Generally, we'll receive them in the mail. So here, first, anything, any project. First, what are the project you are going to work now? For any project, first step is you are going to receive the two things. What are the two things you will receive for your mail? You will receive the one project requirements. What are the document is there along with the data source where data is located. Okay, to your mail, two things you are going to receive. The first one is called as the project requirements that will be in the documentation, some document, and along with the data source, where the data source is exactly located, like in the database it is located, or in the cloud it is located, or in the Excel sheet or CSV or whatever it is. They'll share the data source. Already in the class, I have discussed how to connect with the Excel sheet or how to connect with the CSV files or something. Okay. And here particularly we are going to see that how to connect to the data within the database also. I'll show you in the later. Okay. In the next class, I'll show you that one also. Now, so they'll share the data source. So you have to connect. Later you have to connect. They'll share the data source. And along with that, they'll share the data nomenclature. Data nomenclature. Again, this is also going to be in the document. What is meant by data nomenclature? Means they'll, for example, some column names will be there. Shortcut will be there. Only they'll write as a shortcut. The full form we don't know. So they'll write in the full form. For example, in the table, within the table, one of the column name is WC. What is WC? We don't know. In the documentation, what they'll write means WC means it is nothing but WC. So in this document, they'll write like WC is nothing but waist circumference. The full form they will write, and along with that, it is measured in mm or it is measured in centimeters or whether it is measured in nanometers, whatever it is, how they have measured that one. They'll also mention that one. So that is called as data nomenclature. So sometimes you'll receive in the full form, something you'll not have in the original, that we will receive in the this, that we call it as nomenclature. So these are the things which you are going to receive to your mail. Okay. Yes. Next, once this is done, then they'll have the meeting. Who will have the meeting? Some team lead. Whoever the team lead is there now, he is going to have the meeting, or project manager or someone. And in that meeting, they will explain overview. They will not explain as a student or teacher. They are not teachers. We are not the students. Just they'll give a overview. Okay, this is the work. This is the work. This is the requirement. We have received some requirement from our client and they are looking this one, this one, this one. They'll explain. And they'll also say that which teams are going to work for this project, which teams will work. Okay, will work. And what is the workflow order? That is architect. So for every project, workflow will be there. So first week you have to complete this one. Second week you have to complete this one. By fourth week you have to complete this one. So every week wise they'll give the schedule. By first week how much you have to complete, by second week, by third week, like that. So they are going to share the workflow, that we call it as pipeline. Okay, in simple words we call it as pipeline. And in this pipeline they'll share that who is going to do, which team will work first, by what time they'll complete, and next team who is going to work, by what time these people has to complete, next who is going to work, and by that time what they have to complete. So generally that three teams will work. First one is called as data engineer team, who will responsible for collecting the data. Okay, if the client has not given, these are the people who are responsible to collect the data engineers. That is their work, to make sure that the data is in the correct format or data is perfect data or everything. That is their work, data engineers work. Second person who is going to work is AI or ML engineers. Based on the AI or ML, what are the work is there, we are going to work the second one. The third one who is going to work is software developers. Total 3 different teams are going to work, and how many members will work, it depends on the size of the project. If the size of the data set is small, means even one person only will work. If the size of the data is very huge, means based on the size, based on the budget of the project, based on the timeline, everything will be dependent. The number of people who are going to work in this. So it varies between a minimum of 2 to maximum of 10 people. So it varies. So in the company to company, it varies, and project to project, it varies. So they are going to share us the workflow. So which person is going to work first, and from there, which person will continue, and from there, which person will continue. For this person, what is required is different. For this person, what is required is different. For this person, what is the requirement is different, and final output is different. Roles are different, work is different, output is different. None of them is same. If everything is same, then no need of these many people. Only one person only will do the entire project. Right. So the work of this person is collect the data. What are the data is there from various sources? He has to collect the data, and finally he has to store that one in the company's database. That is the work of the data engineer. So what is the final output of data engineer is to store the data. Now what is this person work is to collect that data and to create the model on that. A model which can predict for the future data. That is the work of a ML engineer. So already the data is available. You are not responsible to collect the data. The data is already available. Your work is start from the data, what are the data was available in the company, taking that one and finally giving the best model which can predict for the future with maximum accuracy. That is the only work of AI and ML engineer. Our target is not deployment. Our target is not integrations. Our not target is not website design. Our target is not anything. What is our target is one and only target called as for the future data predicting with maximum accuracy. That is only the target of AI and ML engineers in any company. Along with that, in some startups or some mid-level companies, the next person will not be there. That one also we only have to do. In that cases, deployment also required. I'll show you even that one also. I'll show you this one also, including the deployment. Generally, deployment will not be done by the AI or ML engineers. AI and ML engineers just they'll share the models which can predict for the future data. This will be completely done by the software developers. Once they receive the model, what to do, that they will decide. Right? Now, coming to this software developer, these are the works. And by what time, which one has to be completed, there will be some deadlines. The work deadlines will be given in the starting itself, and that will be explained in the meeting. So by this deadline, we have to complete this. By this deadline, we have to complete everything. They'll give in the meeting, initial meeting itself. They'll provide all these things, and it is given by the architect. So whoever the person is going to work for this particular project. Now, what are the deadlines are there? Within the deadlines, we have to complete. If you miss the deadline, or if you work lately, or you due to some reason you are absent on certain day and the work was postponed, miss that only we call it as second day pressure. Whatever we postpone today, that is second day called as pressure. Basically, in IT industry, there is no pressure or nothing. The work initially, if you enjoy, miss last we have to suffer. Fix yourself. For example, total work is of 100 hours of work. Out of 100 hours, 3 hours you have enjoyed. Then what happens? In the remaining 97 hours, you have to complete the 100 hours of work. Finally, 100 hours of work only we have to complete. If you enjoy for 30 hours, balance 70 hours, we have to complete the 100-hour work. Then automatically in 70 hours, 100 hours of work comes na. What happens? That one we call it as pressure. Okay. Otherwise, if you are completing the on time everything work na, in IT industry no work, I mean no pressure or nothing. Okay. So these people first they'll enjoy and they'll not accept that they have enjoyed initially, and finally they'll say that it is called as pressure. Nothing pressure will be there, nothing will be there. Okay. So pressure will be only for the people initially who doesn't know the work na. For example, you don't know what is regression. You have kept some fake experience and you have entered into the company. There they have shared some work for you. Now the work what they have shared, you don't know that one. So automatically initial days will be what for you? You don't know how to do that work. You are going to depend on others. Other person will not be available. That one, this one, like this. Finally, what we call it as pressure. Okay, why to keep the fake experience? Why to get that salary? Why to get this kind of pressure? And finally, why to say that this is waste, that is waste, all these things. Okay, you want the money, you want that one, you want all these things. So simple, I want to say, guys, I'm not going into the anything else personal. Simple, try to complete the work on the given deadlines and just project yourself on the day one, whatever you know exactly. Then no one will put you on the pressure on the day one. Whenever you say that without knowing something, I know this one, I know that one, whenever you give the build up, na, your build up only will be converted as your pressure in the IT company. Your build up or your fake things only will be converted. If you say that I don't know, miss, nothing is there. Okay. So on the day one itself, nothing will be there. But some people will not accept because they want the money. Money is top priority. Remaining things are second priority. So some based on the individual mindset, guys. It's not compulsory. Every person will do in the same way. Done. Now coming to this, as I have told you in the meeting, they will give the every details to us. And after giving the details, then we'll start doing the work. Now, once we have understood what is the requirement of the client, okay, then second step, we are going to do the data understanding. This is the step name, data understanding. In this step, what we'll do is, first we will load the data from data source. Wherever the data source is available, from there we are going to load the data. Generally, the data will be secured, like in the database. They will not give the Excel or CSV files. In the class, we practice CSV or Excel files, but in the reality, they will give in the database. I will show you how to connect to the database also using Python. I will show you that. Right? Once the data was collected from the data source, if data is in multiple tables, if the data is stored in the multiple tables, then you have to combine. That is nothing but concat. You have to combine the multiple tables into one table. Already I have told you in the pandas. Okay, for the students who has not completed the pandas like morning 7:30 batch, you have to just wait for another 2 days. And in the pandas, you'll see how to combine the multiple tables. So you have to combine the multiple tables into one table. After combining the multiple tables into one table, then you can proceed to the further. Now to combine like that, first we should know, okay, what are the tables we have loaded before combining? Or if the data was given to this, before combining, what you should know. Directly don't combine them because you don't know which table has to be combined to which table. Some tables has to be combined, some tables should not be combined. How to know, miss? First we have to, okay, here, if the data was given in the multiple tables, then we have to clearly see what is the tables and we have to understand the data, that is each column name. Data understanding, that is understanding the each and every column name in each table. What is the meaning of that? Understanding means not just seeing with our eyes. The meaning, every column meaning we should know. Multiple students, this is the problem with the students. What is the problem is, have you observed the data, miss? Yes. What you have observed, miss? It is in the tabular format. Numbers are there in that. Array, not numbers or table, not with your eyes. Have you understand the meaning of the each column name? Understanding the meaning of each column name. They don't know what is the meaning of each column, but they'll do the project blindly. According to them, project means Python code. But according to us, project means accuracy predicting for the future data with very high. Okay. So understanding the meaning of each column very clearly is called as data understanding. After understanding, then we have to do the data exploration. Exploration means observing the internal values from each column. Observe the internal values of each column. Sir, if 300 columns are there or 200 columns are there, then it will take time. No, sir. Who told that it will complete in one day? In the class, I'm going to complete the project in 3 hours means in the company also the entire regression project will be completed in a single day. First, who told that it will be completed in a single day? So the projects never be completed in a single day. It will take time. Already I told you that multiple teams will work and in this AI and ML engineers also will be more. And obviously when you are having very huge amount of data or big amount of data, then automatically more number of people are going to work. You are not only the person who is going to work. Right? So we have to observe the internal values. What are the internal values are there? We have to observe the internal values of each column. And in this order of the steps, what are the order of the steps is there? Same order we have to come. If you skip one step, what happens? Your project only, you will ask the, sir, now what to do? Now what to do you are asking means somewhere you have skipped the above one. If you have not skipped above one, you will never get that doubt. Now what to do? Okay. So if the data is in the multiple tables or if the data is in the single table also, this is common. Whether the data is in multiple tables or single table also. First, we have to understand the meaning of each and every column. And later we have to observe the internal values of the each and every column very clearly by unique values, by observing their unique values. And then we have to separate here which are numerical columns. What are the numerical columns are there? What are categorical columns are there? Categorical means text columns as we know. And what are the time series, time related columns are there like date, month and all these columns. So first we have to separate them because these will be analyzed in one way, these will be analyzed in one way, these will be analyzed in one way. Sir, how to separate, sir? List of column names. Okay, write the list of column names. Sir, means just take the numeric, heading is numeric. Inside the numeric, you write the first column name, second column name, third column name, whichever the column names are there, write them. Again, some students will ask the silly question. Sir, if 200 columns are there, are we going to type one by one? Means no need. df dot columns are there and you'll get the columns, list of columns. Inside that, copy paste here and delete which are not relevant to numeric. If you are unable to type that many columns, means copy and paste them. Okay. And similarly for categorical also same way. What are the list of categorical columns are there? You are going to do in the same way. Right? After doing this one and similarly, what are the columns are relevant to time series? Okay, which are relevant to time series, the column names, because we are going to observe each of them in the one way in the further. So like this, we have to create. Once this is done, now if data is in the multiple tables only, for single table not required this one, only if data is in multiple tables, observe the, in that case, observe the connection between the tables. Means which table is connected to which table. Observe the connections between the tables. And after observing the connection between the tables, finally combine them into one table. Combine into one table. Okay, which are the relevant tables are there? Combine them. Relevant tables combine. Relevant tables which are connected to each other. Relevant tables combine into one table. And in the database, we call it as union. Within the database, we call it as union. Here we call it as concat. Both are same. Union or concat. Finally, you combine. Right? So these are all the part of the data understanding only. The main subheading is data understanding, and these are all the part of that one only. Right? Now, next, come to the third one, step 3. We call it as data pre-processing. In the data pre-processing, first we have to do the data cleaning. Within this, first we have to do the data cleaning. Cleaning means what? Treat the wrong data. Treat the wrong data. What are the wrong data is available? Treat the wrong data. Treat. Next one, you are going to treat the wrong data. You are going to treat the duplicates. Sir, whether wrong data is available or not, observations has to be done in the data understanding stage. That is, data exploration is observations. Treatment is data pre-processing. Don't combine both of them simultaneously. Here, one of the most important point. For example, you have observed some wrong data. Immediately, should I do the treatment or not, miss? Treatment. First I have observed wrong data. The moment I observe the wrong data, I have to do the treatment, or I have to observe duplicates. Which one has to be done first? After observing the wrong data, immediately treatment of wrong data or observing the duplicates. Out of these two, which one has to be done? Miss, answer is very simple. So assume that there is one patient and he went to the doctor and he has told that, sir, I am feeling fever. First take Dolo 650. Now tell me what is the second problem. Sir, body pain, sir. Now take this tablet. Now tell me what is the third problem. Sir, I'm getting the cough also, sir. Take this tablet. He will give the tablets like that. Or first he will listen to all the problems and later he will do the treatment. What is the order? First you have told this problem now. First take this. For example, sir, fever, sir. Take Dolo 650. Don't tell anything. First 650. Now you tell me. Second problem, you tell me. This is second problem. This is first problem now in the data. For the first problem treatment, second problem treatment, third problem treatment, or observing all of them and identifying the connection between them and overall giving the best treatment is important. Point is very simple. Some doctors will do like this, sir. Some doctors will do like this, miss. I can't do anything. You are the part of this doctor category or this doctor category. That is your choice. Some students will share me the projects after the once they practice, na, they'll share me. And when they share the Jupyter notebook, na, in that what will be there? First, they'll observe the wrong data. Down on immediately treatment will be there. They'll replace. I'll ask the question, why you have replaced, miss? Sir, there is above, sir. Okay, ra, is there? Then why you have observed below outliers or something, miss? That is secondary, no, sir. If there might be a connection, na, who knows? For example, the person says that cough is there, fever is there, that one is there, this one is there, miss. Maybe there is a connection with overall malaria, maybe. After listening to all the symptoms, it is malaria test, maybe, or it is jaundice or something. First, fever means fever only. Fever is separate, this one is separate, that one is separate, means no. Same way. Okay, here first observations has to be completed. How many observations are there? All the observations has to be completed. Treatment is completely different. In the data pre-processing, no more observations, only treatment. No observations are there in the data pre-processing stage. Okay. So no more only treatment. Observations never we have to do in the data pre-processing stage. Okay. You want to observe the scan reports or anything, miss? That is before entering into the operation theater. After entering into operation theater, now I will see the scanning reports. Now I will see the BP. Now I will observe these all the things, miss. That you have to observe before only. You have to do that one before only. And finally, you have to go for the treatment. Once you have stepped in the operation theater, miss, treatment only. Now I will take the scanning. Now I will observe this one, miss. Okay. So always remember, treatment stage is treatment only, observation stage is observation only. This is observation stage, this is treatment stage. This is observation stage where you have to do the observations, no treatment. This is treatment stage where you have to do the treatment only, no observations. Both are separated. Okay. This observation stage we call it as here data understanding. In other words, it is also called as extract transform load, ETL. E stands for extract. Extract means extracting the data from the data source. Transform means convert. That entire treatment comes under transform step of ETL. Within the ETL, it is this. Okay. Transform. It is going to transform the stage. Transform is convert. The data will be converted. The entire data manipulation will be done in the data pre-processing. Treatment, data pre-processing, and the name of this one is data preparation. You are going to prepare the data for the model, for ML or AI, data preparation. Second name of this one is, okay, or third name is data manipulation. Three different names are there. Don't confuse between the three words. Three of them are same. What is meant by manipulation means modification. Okay, fourth name is data modification. These are all the different words. Okay, so in the job description, they will write we have to prepare the data. Prepare the data means data preparation. A person should be very good in the data preparation. If the data preparation is wrong means everything is wrong. Okay, because machines work purely on the data. What are the data we provided, the entire max will be applied on the given data. If you provide the wrong data, answer is going to be wrong. So one should be very good at the data preparation. Properly prepare the data. So here we are going to treat the wrong data. We are going to treat the duplicates, and we are going to treat the missing values. If any missing values are there, we are going to treat the missing values. We are going to treat the abnormal data. If any abnormal data is available in our data set, we have to treat them. And we have to treat the unimportant columns. If any unimportant columns are available in our data set, we have to remove them. Remove the unimportant columns which are not required for us. Right? Like this, we have to do the entire data cleaning. After doing the data cleaning, Then we are going to do the data wrangling, or which is also called as data transformations. In this data transformation, we are going to do the encoding and scaling. These are the two things. And scaling is applied only for classification projects, not for regression projects. Applied for classification projects. Only for classification projects, not for regression. Never apply the scaling on the regression projects. Okay, I'll show you the reason in the further. Once I enter into that one, I'll show you the reason. Right? Now, so encoding and scaling. Next, then finally, we are going to do the train test split. The data will be divided into training, testing, and split the data into two parts. Train, test, split. Okay, split the data into two parts. After splitting the data into two parts, now you have to apply the modeling. Right? Now, sir, if we have a separate train file for train and test data, means if they have already shared you the train and test files separately, load them separately. Okay. So here, first before data cleaning or after data cleaning, I have to do the train test split. Means before data cleaning itself, do the train test split. Okay. Now you are having the train data separately with you, test data separately with you. So for train data, you have to do the data cleaning. For test data also, you have to do the data cleaning. Two separately we have to do. So first train test split. After that, this. Okay. Now in the train test split, we are having the train data with us. We are also having the test data with us. Two data are there. Train data, test data. Okay. Now first we have to take the train data. For the train data, we have to do the fit underscore transform. What is meant by fit means calculation plus conversion. Calculation plus conversion. Okay. So here we are going to do for this. That is fit underscore transform. What is meant by fit, guys? For train data, we have to do the fit and along with the transform. What is fit means calculation. What are the calculation you are going to do? That is minimum value, maximum value, average value, something you are going to calculate means all the calculations has to be done only on the train data. Never apply on the test data on any calculation. What are the, not even you are eligible to calculate mean also on the test data. Sir, in the test data, any wrong data, don't see the test data. You are not having the right to take the test data. For test data, what we have to do, sir? Only transform. Sir, observation we can do, miss? Yes, observation you can do on anything. But treatment, you have to, for doing the treatment, calculations should be done only on the train data. Transform has to be done on the test data. Sir, take one example and explain, sir. Very simple. Observe this one, everyone. Assume there is a one column, some column. Okay, here 3, 8, 15, missing value 20. This is our train data. In the test data, for the same column name, 14 and one missing value is there. Some missing value is there. Now I want to fill that missing value with the average value of the column. So I'm going to calculate the average. How I'm going to calculate the average here? 3 plus 8 plus 15 plus 20 divided by 4. Now I'm going to get some value here. That is 3 plus 8 is 11. 11 plus 15. 11 plus 15 is 26. 26 plus 20 is 46. So 46 divided by 4, which is equal to 11.5. Now I'm going to replace 11.5 here. So calculating this one is called as fit. Replacing this one is called as transform. Both of them I have done. Calculation I have done. Replace I have done. Both. That is fit to transform. Both I have done. Now, whereas coming to the test data, for test data, what is the average value, miss? Don't calculate the average value. Only replace. Point is clear? That is only transform. You are not having the right to calculate. Sir, for example, okay, here 14, 12 and one missing value is there, sir. Now if I calculate the average, it is 13, no, sir. I have to replace with 13 now. Who told you first to calculate on test data? Sir, average of these two is 13, no, sir. Okay, 13. Who told you first to calculate? Who asked you to calculate? I'm saying clearly, don't calculate. Directly replace with the whatever you have done on the train data, same thing as it is you have to do on the test data. Don't again freshly calculate. Sir, why? Why, sir? Very simple, sir. In the future, okay, this same column with missing value will be there. Only one record is there, and for that record, we have to predict the output. For this column, that too missing value will be there. For this one, what you will fill? Calculate average. Only one record is there, that too it is missing. For that average, how you will get? Tell me. For the future data, only one value is there. You will not, sir, for single record, I will not predict, sir. At least I require 4 to 5 records, then I will take the average, then only I will predict. For single person, will not predict. For example, if any person comes today and I want the loan, miss, no, wait, another 4, 5% has to come to the bank, then only finally we'll process the loan. No, right? For the single person also, we have to predict whether he is eligible for the loan, or if he is eligible, what is the money we have to predict now. So for single record also, we have to do, miss, from where you will bring the calculation for the single record then. Point is clear? So that is the reason for the test data, never calculate anything. Just transform. Transform is whatever you do. Transform is here you are going to replace. For example, sir, if I have done the instead of missing value, here I have removed this value, sir. Remove that record. I have removed the record. Then what you have to do in the test data? Remove. In the test data also you have to remove. Whatever you have done on the train data for that particular column, whatever the procedure you have done, same thing as it is you have to apply on the test data. There you have removed, miss, here also you have to remove. There you have replaced, miss, here you have to replace. Sir, but their values are different, these values are different, sir. First, who asked you to observe those values, sir? For test data, no observation, no treatment, just convert. Only transform. Is the point is clear, guys? Everyone? Yes or no? So remember your test data is equal to your future data. Now, whatever the things you are going to do on that test data, that same thing we have to do on the future data also. It is literally equal for our future data. We should not see, tomorrow I'm going to conduct one exam, guys. Till now, what are the topics we have completed? I'm going to conduct the exam tomorrow. Sunday, you are having the exam. Assume, I have told like this. Example purpose. Now, in this exam, if I share the question paper for you before only, these are the important questions, and these questions you are going to get tomorrow if I share, and you have got 100 out of 100 tomorrow also, what is the use on that? What is the use on that? You tell me. If I share the question paper, if I say the question, these are the important questions, tomorrow really you have got 100 out of 100 also, is there any use? Right? In the same way, when you are having the same thing in the test data, when you observe the test data, there is, and you are able to predict with 100 out of 100 accuracy also by seeing the data, and if you are able to predict, then there will be no use, because future data you will not see. Tomorrow's test paper you should not see, and you have to write, then only in the real interview also you will be ready. Because real interview questions also we don't know. Tomorrow's exam also we don't know. Do you know that real interviews questions they'll share one day before to you to practice? Real interviews, how they are going to test in the college exams also same way of testing. Then that one also we don't know. This one also we don't know. What we know is syllabus. This is the syllabus. That's it. Syllabus only we know. No important questions, no important concepts. That one, this one, nothing. We have to prepare. From our point of view, we have to prepare. Same preparation, whatever we do for tomorrow's exam, same preparation is for the interview also. For us, both are same only. Tomorrow's exam, SRK exam, and tomorrow real-time interview questions, both are as it is. No difference. If you feel like that, then it will be one way. Hey, this is a silly exam, ra. No need to write. He will keep the exams like that only. Or, sir, share the important questions, sir. Sir, this topic is important, sir. This topic is important, sir. If you ask like this, tomorrow's exam will be satisfied, but real interview will be worst. So testing is equal to real-time interview. That is future data. Is the points are clear, guys? Now, fourth step is called as modeling. That this is the next step, modeling. So in this modeling, okay, in this modeling only, we are going to apply the various algorithms. Various algorithms. How many algorithms are applicable for the given project? Apply all of them. How many are available? One only available, sir. Then only one, sir. Sir, four are there, sir. Apply four, sir. How many are available? How many are applicable for this project? For this project, apply all of them. Apply all. How many are there? Apply all. Each and everything you have to apply. Okay. One only applicable means one only. 100 are applicable means 100 only. Next, here one of the student is asking, Dilip, how do you know how many algorithms are available? For regression, how many algorithms I have discussed in the class? That many algorithms are available. For classification, how many we are going to discuss? That many are available. Can we do the data pre-processing and train test, then split into the train, and does it cause any problem? Is data leakage. That concept only we call it as data leakage. Without seeing, so here, as Prasad has asked a very good question, can we do the data pre-processing first? Okay, entire data. Then we'll split the data into train test split. Does it create any problem? Is it called it as data leakage. Sir, what is data leakage, sir? Test data without knowing, you have included those numbers also, na? Future numbers, you know what you are going to receive? Don't know. Then how you can include that one for your calculation? How you can include that one for your calculation? So calculations inclusion should be done only with the data what we know. Tomorrow's whatever the in the question paper I'm going to give in that question paper, in that questions, do you know what question I'm going to give in the tomorrow's question paper? Don't know. Then how exactly will prepare that one only today night? Right? So overall, so this is called as data leakage problem. So without the test data was included in the calculation of the train data miss, then it is called as data leakage. Is the point is clear, Prasad? This is a good question, basically, right? And last time you told that split the data in modeling and not yes. So we have to split before the modeling itself. What are the data is that before modeling itself, it has to be done. Before modeling only, it has to be done. Right? Next. Come to the next one. What is the next one we are having is? The next one is apply the various algorithms. What or how many algorithms are applicable? Apply each and every algorithm. So you are going to create the multiple models. Multiple models. And evaluate all the models. That is fifth one. What is the fifth step is? It's a combination of 4 and 5. Every time we'll do a combination of 4 and 5 simultaneously. Simultaneously we'll be doing 4 and 5. Step 4 and step 5 will be done simultaneously every time. So here apply the various algorithms, and for each model, how many models are there? For each model, calculate the train. Okay, evaluate the train. Calculate for each model, calculate train and test accuracies or error. Accuracies or error. Accuracy or error. Any one. Okay. Now, so for each model, calculate the train and test accuracies. Once we calculate the train and test accuracies for each model, then you are going to do the tuning. Okay, you are going to do the tuning. Tuning. So what tuning? So tuning means, so for example, like identifying the best degree, alpha values. We don't know alpha values in lasso and ridge. We have to try the different values. And we also have to calculate the lambda value in the elastic net regression, lambda. For all these things, we are going to do the tuning. Tuning means try the different values. Again, for each value, we are going to calculate the train accuracy, test accuracy. And finally, once all the algorithms are completed, once all the algorithms, all models, everything are completed, then finally select the best model. Okay. So in this, while you are doing the evaluation and this one only, here a model which has train accuracy equal to test accuracy, train and test accuracy are same with the plus or minus 5% range. Within the plus or minus 5% range, if model which has train accuracy equal to test accuracy, that particular models are called as good models. They are called as good models. Now, within the all good models, within how many good models are there with you? Within all good models, okay, identify the best model. Within the all good models, identify the best model which has given maximum accuracy. Right? So like this we have to do. And here, second important point is there, which we call it as cross validation. So here itself, for each model, we have to calculate the train accuracy, test accuracy, plus along with that, we also have to calculate the cross validation score. We have to also calculate the cross validation score. Okay. Ankit, what does it mean, Siva? Accuracy of both train and test. Separately, na? Right? Separately, we are going to calculate the train accuracy or error. Similarly, we are going to calculate the test accuracy and error. Accuracy means nothing but RMSE. For regression project, RMSE. Calculate the train RMSE, test RMSE. Literally RMSEs. Along with the cross validation score. Now, what are the cross validation score you have calculated? That cross validation score only we have to observe. A model is called as good model. Okay. When it is called as, which is a model is considered as good model if it satisfies, if it satisfies two conditions. What are the two conditions, miss? Condition number one is train accuracy should be equal to test accuracy. Condition number one. Condition number two is, what are the train accuracy you are going to get? The train accuracy should be equal to cross validation score. These are the two conditions it has to satisfy. Out of one condition fail also, it is called as bad model. Both of them should be satisfied with the plus or minus 5% range. Okay, plus or minus 5% range for this one also. Two conditions should be matched. If, sir, one condition is matched but another condition failed, sir, bad model. If it satisfies both the conditions. If one condition fail also, bad model only. Now within the all good models, so you're going to create multiple models now. In that some of them will be good, some of them will be bad. Within the good model, identify the best model which has given the maximum accuracy, and finally save the model. Okay. So last step is within the good models, find the best model and save the model. Save the model means saving as a pickle file. Save as pickle file or job lib file. Pickle or job lib file based on the requirement of the software developers. Next team, based on the development team, based on the deployment team. Who is going to deploy this model now? Based on the deployment team, it will be decided. They will ask to share the this one means we have to share that one. If they ask to share the job lib file means we have to share the job lib file. You are going to save this one. With this, your work will be completed. Point is clear? Now, once you have this one is the last step. Next, why you removed Python questions in the Google Classroom? Where I have removed the Python questions? Yeah, Nitish, I'm going to explain the second option. Second option, class cross validation score was not completed. I'm going to explain. Okay, I'll show you that. Vamsi, plus or minus 5 is industry standard or set by client requirement or mathematical significance. Miss, it's a combination of mathematical significance plus industry standard. It is not client requirement. Okay, industry standards. Now, whatever we have executed, na, these are all the steps we call it as. This we call it as sum. Okay, project methodology. This is a project methodology. What is this project methodology we are going to follow here is CRISP-DM project methodology. This is the project methodology which we are going to do here. CRISP-DM project methodology. As per this project methodology, that is CRISP-DM is CR stands for cross industry standard process. Cross industry standard process for data mining. Cross industry standard process for data mining. That is the full form of CRISP-DM. As per CRISP-DM project methodology, it should be in the plus or minus 5% range. At the same time, it is a mathematical significance. Right? Everyone. Yes, clear? Uh, yeah, Naushad. Explain the data leakage. That is nothing but where you are going to add the data before itself. If it is Ankit, It is possible that if we data pre-process earlier, then train test split with data leakage issue, both the conditions of the model satisfies, and we do it without the data leakage, then the accuracy conditions doesn't satisfy. Which one we have to do then? Now, tell me. Okay, good question, Ankit. Your question is very clear. Now, if we are getting the two options, out of which one of them the condition satisfies this one, and the second one is this, right? So let me copy your question clearly, because as you are, what is the question you asked is a very relevant and very good question basically. Yeah, sir, why we always save the file in the pickle file means that is basically used for our machine learning and AI purposes. All the models will be generally in the pickle files, which will be easy to access and quicker to access. Now the question is this one, guys. Okay, here, yeah, that is your choice. Based on, as I've told you now, here based on the deployment team. What are the deployment team is going to ask to you? According to that, you have to share. Is it possible that if we the data pre-process earlier and then try and test split with data leakage issue? What are you are saying the data leakage issue? If you do like that, but conditions are satisfied at the same time. Second, we do it without the data leakage and these accuracy conditions doesn't satisfy. Which of them we have to do? That is the question, guys. Now, anyone can answer this question. What we have to do in this case, according to you, from your perspective only, because you're also new to machine learning now. Maybe correct answer or wrong answer. Just give a try. Because the ultimate goal is to equate train and test accuracy and equate it to the cross validation score. Without data leakage is preferred. Ankit. And next, Hinok is saying second one. Some Rangraj is saying second one. Leela is saying the second one. Right? Now, mm, as a small example, I'm writing here. By adding some kind of fake experience, we are going to get the some additional money. Without adding the fake experience, we are going to get the certain money as this for the same role. What are the AML engineer role is there? Same role. With fake experience and without this one. Now, which one we are going to do according to you? Same. This is my question, guys. But if you add the fake experience, you'll get the more money. If you add, you'll get more money. Right? Depends. Some people are saying depends. Some people are saying this one. Some people are useless risk. And some people will may get stuck in the middle if you start like that. Okay? Something. Okay? In the reality, people go for second, but first one is always good. Ven Gopal, Leela, no risk, no growth. Okay. Done? Done? Now, so adding the fake experience and getting the more package means for what purpose you are doing this one? For money. for money. Only reason is for money only, na? You are adding the fake experience for money sake. Otherwise, without fake experience also, you'll get the job. Don't say there is no fresher jobs. Jobs are there, but comparatively, whatever is in your mind, some number is there. That number you may not achieve. By adding that fake experience, you'll get the more money. So purely for money. So for money's sake, you are lying. Others to whom to the company people you are lying. Basically, done. Accepted, everyone. Everyone knows this one now. For money, we are lying and we are taking the money from the company. Now, tomorrow, in the same way, someone will tell you some lies and he will also take some money from you in the future, whether it is correct or wrong from your point of view. Today, you are cheating the company and you are lying them and you are taking the some money from them. Perfect. And you are saying that is depends on my personal reason. It's a situation or something. Tomorrow, in the same way, one scammer, he will also do in the same way. He will cheat you and he will also take the money from you. From his point of view, if you see, it is correct only. From scammer point of view, scammer is correct only. From the person who has done the murder, criminal, from his point of view, that one also correct only. From their point of view, if you see, everything is correct only. Right? So point is very simple, guys. Don't tell that due to my situation, my family situation or something. Wrong is always wrong only. Though it gives the fruits also, wrong is wrong only. So here, my answer is for this one is, I will not go with the second option. So here, with the first option, whichever is the correct procedure, with the correct procedure, if you get the bad answer also, procedure is more important. By doing the wrong procedure and if you get this one, future data point of view, you have to see, na? In this case, then, okay, if you are getting the doubt in this way, right? Yes, I'm saying, okay. So here, Ankit, for the first option, second option, third option, I mean, company, that company, this company, nothing is there. Correct, incorrect? Correct, incorrect? Incorrect only means incorrect. Correct means correct only. Simple. Okay. It's all from person to person. It depends. Okay. From my perspective, whatever I see is than salary, maybe due to my family situation or financial situation or what are the reason, I don't know. Or my mind was designed like that. I don't know. The reason I don't know. But one thing I'll believe is I don't want the money by cheating others or by saying the lie to others. Even for the company, even for the students. That is the reason I'll say everything straight away in the demo only. I will not say that, don't worry guys, you'll get the job. You can keep this experience, that experience. Never I have told in the demo also. Never I have made the student to think something in a, and I want the money from them. That is from by default, I'm not having that type of nature. I know that if I explain in a different way or if I show in the demo, the minimum package starts in the industry as of now, minimum. The person who doesn't know anything in the Gen A also, he's getting 25, 30 lakhs package. And if you show something miss, easily you'll get 1 crore miss. At least 1 or 2 students will join more, minimum, by seeing those numbers. And by adding the special PPTs for them during the demos, I may get still more 2 or 3 members extra also. But for me, in the reality, I will write everything in the notepad. So whatever I use in the notepad, the same way I want to do in the demo also, so that they'll understand whatever the way I'll do. So that is from my choice. From my choice. I'm saying purely from my choice. The people who are keeping the fake experience, that is your personal choice, guys. I'm not going to discuss on that. I'm not going to debate on that. But one thing I want to clarify is, please always go to the systematic procedure, which will in turn will give the future. Okay, here our requirement is this one. Now, coming to the exact question answer for the Prasad is, now, there might be a situation like this. So what I'm going to do is, okay, the entire data, out of the entire data, for example, I have received the 1,000 records. Out of 1,000 records, okay, I will take only 990 records and remaining just 1% of the data. I will separate 1% of the data separately like this. That is 10 records. I will separate them and assume this is a future data. I will not even see that. I will not even see inside what is there also. Completely on the first day itself. First I will separate like that. I'll throw that one side. I will not even observe. I assume that is a future. And now these 990 records, whatever is there now, the 990 records balance 99% of the data. This one only I will do the train test split. And I will do my entire project on this one. Once my project was completed, everything, and I have identified the best models also. Now I assume this is my future data and I will take the data of 10 records and by checking this one, I'll observe myself. For example, the second condition, even with the data leakage for the 10 records of future also is working fine, miss, then I will even go with the second option. For example, for train test split only it is working, but for these 10 records which are split selected randomly, I'm going to choose which are selected randomly also. For this one, if it is not working properly, miss, then what are the option I have selected is a wrong option. Okay, is the point is clear, guys? So just for your question, how you know this one? Because you have tried both the options, right? That option, this option you have tried. Otherwise, unless you try this both the options, you don't know that which one will satisfy the condition, right? So since you have tried the both the options, Prasad, what you have to do in your case is just add 1 or 2 records separately and assume them as the future data and see the accuracies. Point is clear, everyone? Your question answer is also clear, Prasad? Right. So always go with the proper steps and which is the correct procedure. Because always remember, future we have to predict more accurately. In our Python, 100% accuracy showing is not important. Predicting the future with maximum accuracy and getting in turn from the client more money is more important for us. In Python, we have got the 100% of the accuracy or something maximum accuracy, and we have shared to the client. Client also started using that one. At the end, client is not getting the benefit. Now he is going to raise the complaint for us. Hey, what is the accuracy you told, but here it is not working properly, miss. Sir, please send your data, sir. I will clean that data also. Are we going to say like this? No, right? According to the data, every time we should not change, na? Right? Is that clear? Everyone? Done? Now, let us start with doing the project practical. All these things. Let's start. So what is the first step? As I've told you, let's move on to the steps. Okay, practical with Python. Now I'll start with the one by one. Okay. Now, here I can see one of the student is asking some kind of, yeah, Somu, just we have started the class 1 hour only. Na? Let's wait for another half an hour and I'll take the break. At least 1.5 hour class. We'll have the break. Okay. For different project, we need to create a different model based on the data. Obviously, right? Now, so let's start the example here. First, I will do the simple regression followed by multiple regression, both of them. Okay. So once for simple or multiple, you have understood the logic, the same logic will be applied in every case, right? Now, next. So here the data, what are the data we are going to work is, this is the data. The moment we receive the data, first step what we have to do is load the data. It is a wrong step. The moment we receive the data, first we have to ask what is the business problem. So, sir, data was given now, sir. Simply Python pd dot import pandas as pd dot this one. Right, Python code is secondary. Don't focus on the Python code. Python code is second option. First main option is what is a project and what we have to do, what client is expecting from us. That is most and foremost important. Okay, come in the sequential order. As I've told you, you have to come in the sequential order. So first, for this particular project, what is the requirement? This is my example. I'm writing here example. What are the example I'm going to consider here? The project requirement is what? Okay, project requirement is the company person. What are the company person is going to invest some money in the TV advertisement, some TV, and he's going to spend some money for advertisement in the radio, some money in the newspaper. Three things he is going to spend, and he is having the sales. Now we want to predict the sales based on these three inputs. Means if I give this much of money, what would be the sales? So we have to estimate the sales. The project requirement is estimate the sales based on the input data. Now, sir, it is a simple regression or multiple regression. Means how many input variables are there here? Three input variables are there. So obviously it comes under multiple regression project. Now, so for example, the requirement is write this. Estimate the sales based on total spend. What are the total spend I have done? Total advertising spend. Based on the total advertising. What are the advertising spend we have done? So estimate the sales based on the total advertising spend. What are the spend we have done overall? That is total. So now here we are having only two columns. One is total spend. What are the total spend? And the second one is sales. Now the client wants in the future, if he spend 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh rupees or $1 lakh, whatever it is, some money he spent on the total, what would be the estimated sales? And this value we have to predict more accurately to the original answer. This is our requirement. So we have to predict this one with more accurate. Instead of giving some random number, we have to predict with the more accurate, close number, very close number, right? So that is the requirement. So for him, we are having the data that is total spend along with the sales. He don't know Python. So what we have to do? We have to create one website or one Android app or something. Inside that, he is going to write, he is going to fill the total spend here. He is going to enter the total spend. Some money he is going to write. What are the spend? And he'll click on the submit. Once he click on the submit, here it has to show that estimated sales. This is the estimated sales. He don't know what is the backend code. He knows only just to enter the value. If I enter here 1 lakh, here he wants to see the output. That's it. He don't know what is Python, what is machine learning, what is clean data, what is unclean data, what is abnormal data, what is data leakage. He don't know anything. What he knows? To enter some number and to see the output. That's it. And this number should be more close to the original. If it is more close to the original, means okay, he is satisfied. If it is not close to the original, means he will raise the complaint. Whatever you are estimating, the values are not even close to the original values. Is the point is clear? So we have to estimate with the plus or minus 5% range. Okay, some number. What are the number is there now? We have to estimate. Never the estimation will be done with a single value. We are going to estimate with a interval, minimum to this one. So what would be the building of, what is the cost of this building, miss? Sir, 2 crores, sir. Exact 2 crores, sir. Sir, plus or minus 50 lakhs, sir. I am assuming 2 to 2.5 crores. Why you are saying that 2 to 2.5 crores, miss? Because exactly 2 or exact 2.5, it is going to be a problem. What problem, sir? The probability of a single value is 0. Sir, how it is 0, sir? What is the, for example, everyone tell me, today at 9 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., what would be the temperature, guys, in your area? In your area, based on your knowledge, what would be the temperature? Tell me, everyone. According to you, online students and offline students. If you are staying in Amirpet or whether you are staying in the Delhi or wherever it is. Okay. As I can see, one of the student has given me the 22 degrees. Okay. 22 degrees. One student has given me the 22. Now, What is the probability of temperature is equal to exactly 22. Exactly 22. How many 22s are there? Only one. What is probability? I told you number of values satisfy your requirement divided by total number of values is called as probability. So how many numbers will satisfy your requirement is only one number. What is that number? 22. Out of total, how many values are there? Infinite values are there. One number will satisfy for you out of infinite numbers, which is almost equal to 0. So never predict with the single value. Always we have to predict or estimate with the interval only. Okay. Always we have to estimate with the interval. Okay. Because the probability of a single value is single number divided by infinite numbers. Sir, how infinite numbers are? Temperature, how will be infinite numbers? 22.1, 22.2, 23.2, 21.12, 22.112. These are all the numbers only, na? It will not be exactly. Whenever you are having the temperature in decimals, the decimal can be anything, right? Okay, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 5, 6. Infinite numbers are there. Between 22 to 23, how many numbers, miss? Infinite numbers are there between. Basically, if you include the float values. If you don't include the float values, only one number will be there. Okay. So since what are the work we are doing here, it is a continuous variable. So since it is a continuous variable, so infinite values are possible. So never estimate with a single value. So now question is what? What is the project requirement? Estimate the sales based on the total advertising spend. But the data was given like this for us. In this, there is no total advertising spend column only not there. They have given the TV, radio and newspaper. Then what you have to do? Create a new column. Create a new column. What is that new column called as? Total spend. Total spend. Sir, where we are going to create? In the Python, not in the Excel, in the Python. So we are going to create a new column total spend and we are going to combine these three values here, which is nothing but this value plus this value plus this value. It's a total spend like that for every column, for every row. I have shown you in the Excel. Same thing we have to do in the Python. Now you are having the three values. Now what are the three values you are having here? Okay. Now what are the three, these values are there. Now I'm going to remove these three columns, not required. Only sales and total spend. Only once total was completed, now original columns are not required. Now only two columns are there. One is input and one is output. Now it is going to become the simple regression project. Now my requirement is I have to predict for the future data. Whether you do the linear or non-linear or last one or ridge or that one or this one or that is your choice. Finally, I want to predict for the future data with maximum accuracy. That is only my requirement. Okay. Now, so Roshan, why is not given? So it is non-labeled data, unlabeled data. So here, what we have to estimate? What is a business problem they are asking? Estimate the sales. Sales was given in your data set or not? Right? Done. So this is estimate the sales based on the total advertising spend. Since sales column was given in our data set and that too it is a number. So automatically it is called as regression project. Given plus number. If it is not given, miss, then not, it is not even regression project also. Right? Is the points are clear, everyone? Now let's have these steps one by one. So now, sir, it is for one company or multiple companies, multiple year with single company, multiple. With this a single company with multiple times they have spent in the different. That is year, a month, anything. It can be anything. but this is by single company. Right? And yes, exactly. We remove the three remaining columns because it is not relevant for us because the requirement is only total spend versus this one. Now let us get into this one. So first, what is a business problem is estimate the sales based on the total advertising spend. Means identify the relation between the total advertising spend versus sales. And in the next, in the future, if they want to spend $2 lakh, what would be the expected price from this? So what are the number? 2 lakhs or 1 lakh or something. Okay. What if the for the radio only, if you want to check the values, then you have to identify radio versus sales according to the business problem. If they ask the question, what is the relation between the radio versus sales? Then you have to include the radio column and sales column and remaining columns you no need to include. Done? The business problem is clear. The business problem is estimate the sales based on the total advertising spend. That is the business problem. And along with that, we have to estimate for any what are the money they are going to have. Okay, for the next act campaign, what are they are going to spend? Some money. What are they are going to spend? We have to estimate the sales. Sales is nothing but here number of units. As I've told you now, first business problem. After the business problem, then data. First we have to load the data and we have to understand the meaning of each and every column. So for that, what they are going to do? They are going to give us the data source along with the data nomenclature. Now for this particular data, what are the project I'm working? Okay, first I'm going to load the data. Okay, in the sequential order, let us do the projects one by one. First, I'm going to load the data. So for loading the data, what I'm going to do is I'm going to import the NumPy as NP, Pandas as PD. Only these two. I don't require anything else. Only these two. Second, I'm going to load this CSV file. To load the CSV file within the pandas, we are having the function called as read underscore CSV. So I'm going to use the function name is called as read underscore CSV and the file name is advertising.csv file. I'm going to load this file. Once I load this file, what are the file I have loaded here? After loading the file, now I'm going to understand the each and every column name meaning. So to understand the each and every column meaning, first, that is nothing but I'm going to do the data understanding. So for doing the data understanding clearly, what I required is, okay, what are the data understanding is there? I required in terms of first df dot columns. Df dot columns means in my what are the list of column names are given to me? TV, radio, newspaper, and sales. First, let me convert this one to list. Okay, these are the column names. Now I'm going to understand the each and every column name meaning. How, sir? By opening the data nomenclature. I told you now, in the starting itself, they'll provide for us one document. In that document, it will be written. So in that document, what was written is this one. In that document, it was written like this. So this is the document data which was written and I'm going to read this one. Okay. So what is they have written means they are saying that it is for a particular product. One product is there, it seems. For that product, they are doing the advertising budgets in dollars. Oh, what are the money was given? It is dollars. Clearly, they have written it is dollars. For TV, radio, newspaper, what are the new, they are spending? Everything is in dollars. Here, advertising TV. What is meant by TV? The column name TV. What is the meaning of that one? Means advertising dollars spent on the TV. How much money they have spent on the TV? Advertising dollars spent on the radio and dollars spent on the newspaper for newspaper advertisement. Is the point is clear? So everything they have given the dollars. Okay, understood. Now sales. Sir, here target variable, independent variable, all these things also will be given in the nomenclature means no. This I have written additional. So this words they will not add. In the document, they will not add like this, but they will add this one. Like this, they will add. This is what you are going to receive in the data nomenclature document. So data nomenclature document. So data nomenclature document you will receive separately, or sometimes what happens means in this document only they will also add the data nomenclature. In the single document only they will add. Why to share two separate documents? So here in this document itself, they'll add the project requirements, and along with the data nomenclature also they'll bring into the same PDF. So no need to share the two PDFs. Na? In the single PDF only you are going to receive this. Plus data source where the data is available. So now based on this data, whatever is available, first you have to load the data. And after loading the data, first you take the column names and open the nomenclature. Now observe. Okay, column names are this one, this one, this one, like this. Observe everything. Is the point is clear, guys? Done? Now, once in the data nomenclature document, what are the data nomenclature document you are having? Once it is available like this. Yes. Should we consider the sales is a common sales for the three items? Where three items are there? It is only one item na, for a particular product. For example, assume that the product is nothing but iPhone. First time they have invested one money, they have got the this much of sales. Second, they have invested certain money, they got the sales. Third time they have invested. It is single product only. It is not multiple items. Okay. Source is spending is three different. Now here sales of a single product in terms of units. It is number of units. Sir, how you know that it is a number of unit? Means displays this particular product as a function in dollars. And here it is the what are the sales you are going to get? The sales of a single product. Okay. In units. So what are the number you are saying? That is units. That is not the dollars. For example, no person will spend the money of 2,30,000 dollars for getting $22,000 now. Okay, so this is 22,100 units. A particular product of that many units has got sold. $44,000 they have spent, and these many units they have sold. Units. Okay, so within the data nomenclature, you are going to get like this. So here there is a data where you are going to have the advertising spend along with this one. Right? Now, once the data nomenclature is clear for us, now we are going to do the data exploration. Okay, that is each and every column name meaning is clear now. What is meant by TV means how much amount we are spending on the TV, that too in the dollars. How much amount we are spending on the radio, that too in dollars. How much amount we are spending on the newspaper in dollars. And finally the sales. Right? Now df.info. Now first in the data exploration, I'm going to start with the total number of records. How many number of records are given to me? That is nothing but df.shape. So first I'm going to observe the number of records, 200 records with 4 columns. And already I know what are the 4 columns. Okay. Now, next I'm going to observe the unique values of each and every column. So in the order, in the notes you have written the order. Na? I have loaded the data. After loading the data, I have understand the meaning of each and every column. Now I'm going to do the observe the internal values of each column. I'm going to observe the each column internal values. Now, generally here TV, what are the advertising spend I'm doing? Some money I'm going to spend now. This money is in terms of numeric. What is this one? Radio. That is also money. What data type it should be? Numeric. And newspaper also should be numeric. So these three of them, the data type should be of number. That is either int or float. Money means either int or float. It can comes under int or it can includes the cents also means automatical float also will be available. But it is in the numerical format. Now here I'm going to observe the D types. Data types of the each and every column. Observe. As I've told you, data exploration means nothing but complete observation on the data. Complete. Okay. What are the complete observation? Complete observation on raw data. What are the raw data you are going to take now? The complete observation is called as data exploration. Sir, what is raw data? The initial data, whatever they have given to us is called as raw data. After our data cleaning was completed, it is called as clean data. First raw data, clean data. And ML algorithm should be applied only on the clean data, not on the raw data. ML and AI, both. So first I'm going to observe the D types. So D types of TV is int type. Okay, it is correct only. Radio, it is correct only. Newspaper, int, it is also correct only. Data type wise, 4 of them correct. For example, if anything is wrong is there, then what we are going to do is we are going to observe those values. Now in the TV, I'm going to observe what are the unique values are there, and these are the values. Is there any wrong data or something miss? I didn't identify any kind of wrong value. Wrong value means not in the numbers. Sir, for example, it is 25,800. Instead of that 900, 800 was given. Then like that, if you start miss for every value, we have to get a doubt. None of the value might not be correct. So here that wrong value indicates in terms of wrong data type. For example, anything is in the list format or dot 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 question mark or something will be there, right? Then those are called as wrong data, which is in the wrong data type. Is the point is clear, guys? Yes, data can be duplicated. That we have to observe. Okay. So here DF of TV means within the DF, that is entire data frame, I'm extracting only the TV column. And in that TV column, I'm going to take the unique values. Unique values means within that, what are the unique values? Non-repeated values. Which are the non-repeated values are there? Yeah, I'm going to get the unique. Is the point is clear, guys? Right? Yes. Before cleaning, before moving on to the further, okay, Nazir, before converting the entire data and doing, removing the 3 columns, creating only 1 column called as total spend. Before doing that one, first I'm observing. If wrong data is there, I can't even add now. For example, here, assume. Okay, in our data set, let's take an example like this. So here the data, you are having some wrong data called as SRK. Wrong data is there. Now I want to add these 3. Can I add these 3? And I can get here, if I write this value plus this value plus this value, automatically I'm going to get the error. So without errors, I have to add something also. First I have to observe. Is that clear? After observing only, remaining things will be done. If wrong value is there, what are the code we are going to write? It is going to throw the error. After seeing the error, again, we should not come back now. Oh, why we got the error? Where the problem is there? Right? So df of radio dot unique. So I'm going to observe the unique values within the radio. Okay, what are the unique values are there within the radio? What are the unique values? Like that, for each and every column, we are going to observe. Sir, if there is any wrong data type, then unique will be ignored? No. If any wrong data type is there, then only we have to observe more clearly. For example, let us assume this data only is there. SRK with SRK is there. Now with SRK, you are loaded. The data was loaded with SRK. Now, obviously, the data type of this entire TV column will be here. Instead of int or float, here it will be in the object. Why it is object means there is some wrong data internally that. So at least one string value or one, as I've told you now, first priority will be given to the string. Second priority will be given to the float, followed by boolean, int, and then boolean, right? So if at least one value is available other than these 3, so in the pandas, it will be given as object. If one value other than these 3 is available also, object. So here you have got the object means something wrong is there in our data. So that data, what you have to observe. Sir, for example, really SRK only is there, sir. Then how we are going to observe that one means very simple. We are going to take for loop. We are going to apply for I in df of TV Okay, df of TV dot unique. Okay, now if type of I, what are the type of I is there? Type of I not in int or float, other than int or float, those has to be separated. Those has to be separated. So here I'm going to take the one empty list, and into the empty list I'm going to take other than, which is other than this one. So here, okay, what are the type of I? Okay, what are the other than int or float we are having? That one. So whenever you have written the df of tv dot unique up to here, you are going to get the output as a array, one dimensional array. So whenever, how to convert a one dimensional array to list? Already we have discussed, right? One dimensional to list, just by keeping the dot to list. Dot to list means it will be converted to list. Instead of array, it will be in the list format, right? So now what are the list is there in the list other than whichever is in the either int or float, that we are going to separate. Everyone is clear? Sir, if we are having the number of columns and number of columns like this, obviously we have to do each and everything one by one. Here automatically it has to take this one also automatically, miss. Just you have to apply for loop. Here list of column names are there na. For I in for I in this one, take first TV followed by radio followed by newspaper followed by sales. Just apply the, when you want to repeat the code, go with the loop. Roshan, if we have SRK, then how we have to replace it? That is only called as data cleaning, right? I told you data observation. In which stage I am right now? Data cleaning stage or data observation stage? Okay. So first I have to observe now. I'm observing. I'm not doing any kind of cleaning. I'm just observing. Okay. So next I'm going to observe the radio values. Later I'm going to observe the this one also, that is what are the newspaper values, and later I'm going to observe the sales values. And for example, you want to observe what is the minimum value and maximum value, then simply take the min. Dot min will give you the minimum value, dot max will give you the maximum value. For every column you can observe the minimum, you can observe the maximum, and you can observe the mean value also. So like that, each of them separately we have to write a miss. Now for that we are having a shortcut. What is the shortcut for this one means, we are going to use the df dot describe dot describe. So when you are using the df dot describe, it is going to give you the, in the TV total number of records. What is the total number of records in the TV? What is the average value of TV, average spend? What is the minimum value in the TV, and what is the maximum value in the TV. So everything you are going to get in one shot by using the describe dot describe. If you want to observe, if you are interested to observe what is the minimum, maximum, and what is the average value, all these things. Average means mean. Mean is called as average. Minimum value. Okay, this is maximum value. Right? And next, yeah, remaining things please ignore. Remaining whatever you are having here, please ignore. Like count, mean, min, max. Okay, just ignore the 25, 50, 75 and standard STD, that is standard deviation. STD means basically standard deviation, right? 25 means 25 percentile. 50 means 50 percentile. 75 means 75 percentile. For the students for whom I have already completed the some part of statistics and I have told you the how to calculate the outliers and everything. Only those students, you know what is standard deviation, what is 25 percentile, what is 50 percentile. 50 percentile is nothing but median value. And I also told you the 75 percentile, which is Q3. This is our Q3, this is Q2, this is Q1, right? And this is called as standard deviation. For the students who already have completed, only those students. For the students like morning 7:30 batch, only morning 7:30 batch students, this is the problem, guys. Okay, without having the pandas, they have not even completed pandas. Morning 7:30 a.m. batch has not even completed pandas, but they are doing the Python code of the ML. Now they don't know what is pd.read CSV also, what is df.head also they don't know. They don't know anything, but now they are learning. While learning the project itself, they are learning these things also. Now 7:30 a.m. batch students, without learning the pandas, they are attending the class. Remaining two batch students, that is 6 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. batch. Since you attended the pandas class and you are attending this class now, your level of understanding, their level of understanding is purely different will be there. For them, everything will be new. You already know what is df.eisnull.sum. These two batches, they already know because already we have completed data cleaning in our class. Now you are attending this one. Now, why I'm explaining this one is very simple reason, guys. Some students without attending the fundamentals, directly they want the advanced one. Now, do you think that 7:30 batch students will understand this project or not, miss? 100% they'll understand. At the same time, can they do the new project, miss? 100% they cannot do the new project. Both are guaranteed. Why? Because they are learning from the project point of view. For this project only, it will work for them. For another project, again, it will be new for them. Whoever don't know the pandas, already in the 7:30 p.m. batch, some students already familiar with pandas or they're already in the from ML background or AI background in the BTech or something, miss, it is fine. The people who are entirely new to the pandas or entirely new for this one, their level of understanding automatically will understand today. Okay, they, from their point of view, it is a project code. For them, if you ask any new project, now you do, miss, sir, what to do, sir? Okay, so that is the reason for everything, fundamentals are more important. Right? Now, coming back. So here, first, as I have observed is there any wrong data, miss? There is no wrong data in my thing. So here, whenever you are doing the project, okay, so import numpy pd.read_csv df.head, miss, it will show the first 5 records. Columns, df.columns, miss, this is the column names. Now shape. Now here you are exploring. When you are doing the data exploration, you have written one line of code. What is the code you have written here? df.shape. What you have got the output? 200,4. What you have observed? What is meant by 200,4? What is the meaning of this? So 200 records with 4 columns. That point, whatever you have observed in the data exploration, every point we have to write like this here, the notes. In the next cell, we have to write compulsory, mandatory. For every cell, sir, here df.d types, you got something output now. What is the output? What you have observed here? All the columns are numeric. That one only you have to write. For every cell, one output will be there. What you have observed in that cell, you have to write in the notes. You have to take separate cell and you have to write in the markdown. Here you have to write the point. Total 200 records. The data set consists of raw data. Raw data set consists of 200 records with 4 columns. We have to write like this. Okay. Next, here one of the common point, guys, it might be useful for you. Most of the commonly the students will say like this to me. Common point of the students is, sir, when you are explaining the concept or when you are explaining the project, it is clear. It is clear. But when we want to do, we want to do new one, new project, we are getting doubts. We are getting doubts. But when you are explaining, it is clear, sir. But when we are doing, we are getting the doubts like this. We are getting doubts. Now, why and what is the reason? Can anyone tell me what is the problem? Right? It's not hands-on. It is not practice or something. Mainly, what is the point is here. After loading the data, simply I have not skipped to the next line. My focus is not on the Python code. My focus is always on the what I got, what I'm observing. Here, this much of things are there. How much I have explained? How much time I have spent here? Simply I can say that this is all the amount spent. This is the sales completely now. I have spent some time now, 4 minutes or 5 minutes or 6 minutes. I have speak continuously now. The same thing, if you speak yourself in your brain, clarity will be more. But what we do generally while doing the project means execute the code immediately. We require the Python code fast. Next cell writing is important for us. Than observation and observing and understanding that one, writing the Python code, next line, next line, next line. We are excited to write the Python codes. Because from our point of view, project means Python code. So we'll get excited to write the Python code and to get the final output with accuracy. But actual point is what? Observation. To complete the project, that is more important. Point is clear? So since simply 200 comma 4. Next code. Sir, now what is the code, sir? Now, okay, completed. Sir, now what to do, sir? What to do will be decided based on what you observed lastly. What you have typed, it will not be decided. What you have observed, it will be decided. The next line of code is decided on what you have observed. Okay. So now after this class, what you are going to do will be decided based on what are the work I have given to you. If I have given some work, miss, you have to do that work. If I don't give the work, you not do the work. It's all depends. Right? So here, same way, just whatever you have observed, everything make a note, guys. This is compulsory, mandatory. For every cell, it is compulsory. One cell you have written miss this one. And in this cell, write the comment. What is the use of this line of code? For what purpose you are writing? To check the data types. To check data types of each column. Write the reason first, what you want, for that what code, and for that what you observe. Write like this, 100% you will get the every project perfectly. But many students will not have that much of patience. Everyone will have only to write the df.d types, how to write the next line of code. They are not interested to write this one. They are not interested to write this one. That is the main problem, guys. Right? So please write clearly. So my requirement is what? To check the data type of each column. Write that one. To check data type of each column. Now after checking what you have observed, all columns, all 4 columns are numeric only. Whether numeric or float. I mean int or float, but numeric. All 4 columns are numeric. That I have observed. Next, what you have observed here in the tv.unique. Why we have to write this one? First tell me why I have to write this code. How I'll get that idea to write that one? I'm here. I have stopped. After D types, how I can know that I have to write that one only? I'm here. How I can know? Miss, in the project steps, what is there? In the sequential order of the project steps, after understanding each and every column, what is the next step is there in the project steps? That one only I have to write. Whatever is there in the project steps, na? How I'll get that idea, miss? Whatever in the project steps, sequential order, right? Point is clear? So our requirement like this, we have to decide. Now we are going to observe the each and every this data exploration. And now I'm going to do the data exploration, that is observing the internal values of each column. Observe next here, observe the internal values of TV column. For TV column, I want the observation of internal values. For this, what is the code I have to write? Now tell me what is the code, miss? Obviously, it is unique. Question is there, miss, code will be there. Question only not there, miss, what code I have to write, miss? For what purpose we have to write, miss? Question should be there, na? I have to say one answer, miss. First, you have to ask me some question, right? Without asking the question, what answer I have to give? So obviously, I'm going to write this one. Observe the internal values. Now, after observing the internal values, I have got some numbers. What observed? I have observed code is completed. And should I write the df.radio.unica? Then what is the use of writing this code then? What you observed in the output? What you observed? Write that point. Where you will write that point? Here. What you have observed here? All the value, there is no wrong data in the wrong data type value is not there in our data set. Observe that. You have to write that point. For example, you have observed something wrongly. Make a note of that and highlight that one with the double star. We know now, bold letters. So we'll write that one. So whichever is in the bold letters are highlighted, that only we have to do in the data cleaning properly. In the data observations where you have highlighted points, that one you have to do in the data cleaning. You have not highlighted, miss, no need of data cleaning. So here, what I have observed, miss, there is no wrong data type, no wrong data type value. No wrong data type value, or simply there is no wrong value in the TV column, only in the TV column. In TV column. Sir, if I write like this, when the project will be completed, sir? As a student, if I do like this, my project will take 3 to 4 days. Taking time is more important or subject is more important? You decide. Which is more important to you? According to that, you go. Sir, time is not there, sir. Shortcuts only I want, sir. Go according to that. Your choice. Your choice. Okay? No need to ask to me or no need to debate with me. That is purely your choice. Right, guys? Next. Like that. Everything. So, like next question. What is the next question? What are the unique values of radio? Again, come to the unique values. Like that, each and every question. For every question, what you have observed, write that one. One step, if you write like that, cleanly you'll observe. Automatically, you'll understand what to do next. Now, after doing this one, now tell me, guys, according to you, after completing this one, I have observed the internal values. Now, what do I have to do next? What? Tell me. You have written the notes now. Everyone open the notes and tell me, please, what I have to do next after this was completed. The logic will remain same for the 10 records, for 10 lakh records. Time will differ. Balaji Satyarajendra. Right? Concept will remain same. Time will differs. Observing manually error prone, right? Then go with the for loop. Separate the data. Write the code for that. Only wrong data has to be appended. Separate them. Write the code according to that. Code is available, na? One by one, repeating the same thing. Just write a code for that. Sacha. So that those things will be separated, right? Done. Okay. Now what is the next step according to you? What I have to write next in the next cell here? What code I have to write? Now what to do? My question is also now what to do? What to do, miss? In the steps, what is that? That one only we have to do. Tell me what to do. So I'm going to take the numerical columns. Numeric is equal to in this list of column names. So already I'm having here a list of column names. What are the list of column names, miss? These are the list of column names. Copy. I'm copying. Control C. Now in this, which are numeric, which are non-numeric? Out of these, which are numeric, which are non-numeric, miss? All of them are numeric only. So everything comes under numeric. Okay, completed. What is the next? Now what to do? Again, my question is now what to do? Every time I'll ask the same question, you also answer me the same question. Now what to do? Tell me. You tell me now what to do. Next cell, what I have to write? In the next code, what I have to write? What to do? Okay. So here what to do means next one, as in the steps I have given, we have to observe the data. So to clean the data, first we have to observe the wrong data. All these things also we have to observe. So here itself, okay, in the observation, observe, okay, wrong data. To what are the treatments you are going to do now? Every treatment observation you have to complete here. Wrong data observation, comma, duplicates observation, comma, missing values observation, comma, abnormal data observation, comma, okay. Next, unimportant columns observation, comma, all the observations you have to complete. Out of which you have completed wrong data. Now balance how many are there? Duplicates observation, missing values observation, unimportant columns observation. Still observations are pending. So now first I have to observe the duplicates. Now how to observe the duplicates means df dot duplicate. Now first what I have to do? First tell me what I have to do. Observe any duplicates are available or not. Observe any duplicates are there. Now to observe the duplicates, what I have to do? Df dot duplicated dot sum. Any records are duplicated means how many records are there means 0 records are there. No duplicates. That only I have to write here. Point. For every observation, compulsory. No duplicates in my data. No duplicates are there. Right? If I don't write like this, what happens, sir? Later, once you go into the further, what to do for that answer will not be there. If you follow proper steps, miss, final answer will come. If you don't proper the follow steps, miss, you will only face the problem. Simple. Right? Next, what I have to do? Observe any missing values. Observe any missing values are there in the data. For that, what I'm going to write? df dot is null dot sum. Any missing values are there, miss? In TV, no missing values. Radio, no missing values. Newspaper, no missing values. Sales also, no missing values. So same thing you have to write here. Sir, if some missing values are there, write that missing values. Which column has the missing values? Write that one. Highlight that one. Treat that one in the data cleaning. Is the points are clear, guys? Everyone? So write this one. What you have observed. Right? So just we'll continue from here by having the 5 minutes quick break. Okay, let's have time is 7:40 now. Yeah, break from 7:40 to okay, 10 minutes. Done. 7:40 to 7:50. Please make sure that you are back by time 7:50, guys. Don't be delay. 7:50. Ranjita, till 8:40. We started the class at 5:40 now. Till 8:40, 3 hours session. 8:30 or 8:40 something in between. Yeah, done, guys. So here first we are going to observe the missing values and we have observed the duplicates. After observing the missing values and duplicates, what is the next one we are going to observe? So in the list here we are going to observe the missing values and unimportant columns. Now since we are not having any kind of problem, now we are moving on to the next step called as data pre-processing. Now before doing the train test split, okay. First, as I'm going to combine the total futures, since there is no wrong data or something additional. So as per the project requirement, why I'm combining this one? What is the reason of combining this? Based on the project requirement. Otherwise, I no need to combine. So here, based on the project requirement, so here I'm going to combine the data that is total spend, a new column on the left side, right side, I'm going to take the TV, radio, and newspaper. And I'm going to combine this one. Now, once I combine, now just I'm going to observe my DF. So now this is the DF where it is a combination of these three columns, that is TV, radio, newspaper, amount. Now, since I don't require the TV, radio, newspaper, so I'm going to drop those three columns. Okay. So why I have combined miss? The reason is based on the business problem. Now why I'm dropping miss? Again, since I don't require that, just I'm going to use the df dot drop. So within the df dot drop, I'm going to use the columns is equal to TV, radio, newspaper. These are the column names. So list of column names. When you want to remove the single column name, you don't need to write the list. But when you want to remove the multiple column names, we have to write the list. And either you can use the in place is equal to true, or instead of in place is equal to true, left side you can write the df is equal to. Anything is fine. So just I'm going to write the left side df is equal to. So first after dropping the columns, again it is going to store in the original df only. It is going to store in the original df. And after storing in the original df, just I'm trying to print the df. What are the df is that? Just I'm trying to print. Now I'm having the sales column and total spend column. Now, once the data was ready, now you are going to do the train test split, and later you are going to apply the cleaning and transform and everything. So now what are the cleaning steps I have to do? What are the cleaning steps I have to do, miss? Since I have not observed any wrong data, there is no duplicates, there is no missing values, there is no, only unimportant columns are there which I have removed. Okay, by creating a new column, I have removed the unimportant columns. And here there is no need of encoding because there is no text data, also no need of encoding because all the columns are numeric only. And scaling, as we know for classification projects, not even this one is required. So here the entire data pre-processing is what are the data cleaning or data wrangling is there. For this particular data, it is not required. So what are the data we are going to take for another project now? There I will add that one. Okay, for this data set, it is not required. Okay. So instead of showing everything in the single data, since we are going to do the two projects, one is simple regression, one is multi-regression. So since we are going to do the two projects, so in one of the data, I have choose the clean data. In another data set, we'll choose the another one. Okay. There I'll add something special. Now, so here we are having the data like this, and in this total sales and spend is available. Only two columns. Okay. Now, sir, whatever the data cleaning we have to do, whatever you have observed in the data exploration stage, that one only you have to do in the data cleaning. There you have not observed anything, miss. Here you don't need to do anything. So here you write the wrong data. I have observed wrong data. Colon your, I told you na, double star, that is bold letters. So for example, you have observed some wrong data. That one you have to do the cleaning. You have observed some duplicates, that you have to do the data cleaning. So whatever the data, what are the things you have to do? Okay, duplicates or missing values or unimportant columns. All these things you have to do the data cleaning accordingly. Right? Now, next I'm going to do the train test split. Now, what are the train test split I'm going to apply? First, I'm going to divide the data into training and testing. For dividing the data into training and testing, sir, what needs to be done in data cleaning? Comma, correction or ignore those. That we'll discuss during the data cleaning. Hari, your morning 7:30 a.m. batch. Huh? Yes. So that we are going to cover in the data cleaning process in the next week. By next week, the data cleaning will be completed for your batch. So we can do one data set at that time. Automatically, you only tell me the answers, right? Now, that is the reason today I have chosen the clean data because 7:30 a.m. batch has not completed till the data cleaning. So now you don't know what is data cleaning and what is this, that, so many things you don't know. That is the reason I have chosen a simple data set here, right? Now coming back to this, okay. So here, first I'm going to create the X and Y because for train test split, automatically I require the input variables and output variables. Without train test split, we cannot do this. So, sorry, without creating X and Y, we cannot do the train test split. So X and Y, what is X means? Input. So the input will be stored in the X as a data frame. So why I have used the double bracket here? Double bracket is for the 2D. So 2D. Single bracket is 1D. So here we are going to choose the X is equal to DF of total spend. Even it is single column also, why I have written in the double bracket means, actually for single column we have to write no need of list na. Only simply we have to write like this. DF of single column name. Generally when we are having the multiple column names only, we have to use a list. But instead of using the for single column also, when I am using the list, it is considered as 2D. Instead of considering as 1D, it will be considered as 2D. Now always the X, what are the X is there? X should be in the 2D only. X should be always 2D. Y should be always 1D. Okay. Now, so here, what are the X and Y you are having? So for example, multiple columns are there. Okay. Let's take a data set like this. These many columns are there. 50 columns or 60 columns or 100 columns are there, out of which one of them is output, remaining all of them are input, like multi-regression project. For multi-regression project, everything. In that case, what code we have to use means, in that case, X is equal to drop the output variable. What are the output is there now? Drop the output. Automatically, once you drop, balance whatever you are having, everything is input only. This code you have to apply for multi-regression project, and for simple regression project, this is sufficient. Drop is not required. Directly you can choose the single column name only. For multi-regression project, first you drop the output. After dropping the output, the without output variable means this column, without this column, balance how many columns are there. Now finally store that one in the X. Just apply this logic in the multi-regression projects. For simple regression projects, no need to apply that logic. Just you can take here single one, right? Now here X, what are the X is there? I'm going to consider the X is in caps lock, Y is in the small letters. Just it is the universal notation. Commonly used in the universal. So generally import the pandas as PD. Why we have to import pandas as PD only? Why we can't import the pandas as P? D also required. Why? Or PN. That is universal. Standard one. So just as per the universal standard, just we are going to use that. Dharmendra, clear? Next, X always should be the 2D. Always the X should be 2D. Always X should be 2D. Y should be always 1D. So since X is 1D and Y is 2D, sorry, X is 2D and Y is 1D. So here I'm using the one more bracket internally to get the data in the 2D. Okay, X should be 2D. The input. What are the input is there? Input always should be in 2D. Right? Sir, guys, tell me one point. I'm explaining for you with orally, na? With my mouth, I'm explaining already, right? Orally, I'm explaining. What I'm explaining, input should be 2D. But still, I'm typing that one. Why? What is the reason? Can anyone tell me? According to you, what is the reason of typing everything? Whatever I'm speaking, I'll try to type maximum things in the notepad or in the Jupyter notebook. I'll try to type. Why? Do you know what is the reason behind that? Because in the future, if any student says that, sir, earlier we have considered like this, no, sir, why, sir, means instead of saying that, I have already told you now, I'll directly open and I'll show that. I'll directly open and I'll show you that. Because generally, whatever we listen, na, This is common from my childhood onwards as a student. Today I'm a teacher, but basically I'm also, when I'm learning the new things, for example, what are the subject I don't know, I will also sit in the class, I will also listen, right? Like remaining experienced professionals, how they are sitting in my class, I will also sit in other classes where I don't know what are the subject. So when I don't know what are the things which I don't know, obviously when we are attending the classes, okay, whatever we listen, it will go to the brain temporary. If I don't practice that one, or if I don't revise that one, it will be deleted. So, what the way of my preparation is, from my perspective, I'm saying whatever I see, I will write immediately first. That is my habit as a student or as a trainer. First, I will write it. After writing this one, again, before attending the next day's class, I will do the revision, because at the end, I want the clarity, I want the job, I want the money. So, which one is easy for my brain? I will go according to that. 100% I am going to say now very clearly, I am not that much of good person as a student. 100, I am a normal, ordinary student only. I am not a talented person. But only difference is with the patience, I will revise multiple times. I am not that much of intelligent student. Just by listening only, I have to understand everything. Miss, I am not that much of capable student. Just by, if you say something to me today, I will remember or not remember, miss, 100% I am guarantee I will forget. No doubt. I am the first person to be in that category. I will forget. When I'll forget? After 2 or 3 days. But if you discuss today to me, and if you ask after a half an hour, I'll remember. That not indicates memory power. Memory power comes when after 4 days or 5 days, na. When we ask the same question after 5 days, na. At that time, if we are able to answer, miss, then it is called as memory power. After 1 month also, if you ask the same question and if they are answering that one, miss, it is called as memory power. On the same day, everyone will remember. After 10 days only, na, everyone will forget. Okay. Okay. Every person in this world is a Gajni. Every person in this world, including me, including you, any person in this world is a Gajni only. What is the difference between Amir Khan versus me? Miss, Amir Khan will forget every 15 minutes once. I will forget every 1 day once. Some person will forget every 10 days once. But finally, forgetting is common. So for that, what is the solution, miss? Revision. So when we can revision, so for example, this point is there, X should be in the 2D. I have not written in the notes. I will remember that sir has told on that day that point. If I don't write, obviously, what are I'm speaking and what are you are listening, 100% remember, guys, you will forget that one. There is a high probability for that. What are you write in the notes and what are you revise the same notes for 2 or 3 times, na? There is a high probability you will remember that. If you are interested, you can cross check yourself. So that is the reason I will write every time like this. That is my habit of writing. Second thing, in the future, if any student says, na, I'll ask open that notes. He will forget, but this whatever I'm writing, it cannot be deleted, right? It will be as is, na. Simply I will say that one. Okay. Is the point is clear, guys? So make sure that your brain, how it was trained, you know. My brain, how it was trained, I know. Your brain, how it was trained, you know. For which one your brain can remember more things easily, you train according to that, to your brain. In what way I do, I can remember this. According to that. Right? From my perspective, this is my way. This is my way. I will write each and every point in the notes. If you start explaining any new thing for me, na, my hand will always write something. It will never stop. In the class of 3 hours or 1.5 hours, I'll continuously write something. After writing continuously, again I will revise that one. I will make the fair notes. Sir, that much of time is there. I'm spending the time for my career only, na. For my career only, na, not for others' career, na. For whom I am spending the time? That is my feeling. Sir, you are not having the family, you are not having the some private time, miss. Everything is there at the same time. I'm also having the interest to be as a AI engineer with high package. That is there, this is there. Both has to be balanced. My private life is there. My study time is there. My family time is there. Management is also there. Okay. So just maybe it will be helpful for you. I'm assuming. And from that point of view, I'm saying one point. When I'm preparing AI classes, one of the AI particular topics, some topics, AI topics, very good trainer is available in the America. His name is Andrew. Andrew NG. If you type in the Google, you'll get. Okay. So he's the one of the top professor in the world only. In the entire world only, he's one of the top professor. He is going to take some classes. That class timings, as per Indian Standard Time, what is the time you know? Morning 2:30. Now tell me, should I wake up at that time, or should I say that it is my sleeping time? It will be disturb my regular work or something miss. Now tell me, according to you, what I have to do? Morning 2:30, America. Anyways, I can't go for offline. Online only possible. Online is best, offline is best, miss. There is no discussion on this, na? Offline only not there. Why to discuss this one? Waste of time. Only possibility is online. That too, it is morning 2:30. If you are interested, try. I think sir is taking till the classes till now also, and it is timing is 2:30 only. I'm assuming. Just you can check. Right? 2:30. 2:30 to 4:30 morning. 2:30 I have to listen, miss, when I have to wake up. My office timings are morning 9 o'clock to evening 6, and I have to travel. Still, I have attended. My family is there, everything is there, that one is there, this one is there, everything is there. At the same time, interest also is there to listen his classes. That is also there. This is there, that is also there. When that is also there, na, automatical time will come. The time, patience, everything will come. Point is clear? I am assuming that it will be helpful for you. If you are really interested, you will have the time for your preparation. You will have the time for your writing. You will have the time for revision. Everything will be there. When interest is not there, nothing will be there. Only WhatsApp and Instagram will be there. It's all depends on your interest and passion towards the subject. That you have to realize, and in which way it will be easy for you. Right? Make sure that I'm assuming that it will be helpful. That is the reason I have explained for you clearly. Done. Now, please make a note of every point in the notes. Okay. In what way it will be easy for you? No, sir. Just by listening only, it will be easy, sir. Just by taking the screenshots, it will be easy, sir. Miss, continue with the same. Whatever it will feel for you easy, go with that. Okay. He is one of the best trainer. Andrew NG. He is one of the best trainer in the world only. Okay. At the time, he used to take the classes. Now he is not taking the classes. Only videos are available. At the time, he used to take the live classes. I'm saying the story at 2018. That is almost 8 years back story. Right? Now coming back to this. Okay, train test split. From sklearn.model selection, I'm going to import the train test split. I'm going to import train test split. Now here I'm going to split the data. What are the X data, Y data is there? I'm going to split the data into where the train size is equal to 0.8. So now this is my data. First, let me open my data. This is X. Okay, first I have to execute this. Done. Now this. So now this is my data, X. Now within the X column, it has to be divided into two parts. With 80% of the data for training, 20% of the data for the testing. Ravi is asking the question, why X should be the 2D? Because input can be single or multiple, na? Input can be single or multiple. That is the reason it should be in the 2D. Y cannot be in the multiple columns. Always Y is single column only. Right? Now coming to this total spend. What are the total spend is there? This is the data, and it has to be divided into two parts. First part name is called as X train. Second part name is called as X test. In this 160 records should be there. In this 40 records should be there. 40 records. Why 160 records means 80% into 200. 0.8 into 200 is 160. So X train is 160 records, X test is 140 records. Like this, X data was divided. Now after dividing the X data, now I'm going to take the Y data. Now Y data also has to be divided in the same way. Now, so Y data also first it has to be divided into Y train, followed by it has to be divided into Y test. Now, so here first X, here in the code X is there. So X will be divided into two parts, X train, X test. Later it will take the Y. Then Y also will be divided, Y train and Y test. Sir, if I write separately, what happens? For example, here I have written only X and I have taken only X train and X test. Now, separately, I have written this one for X separately. Similarly, for Y also separately. If I have taken the codes like this separately, what happens? Okay, Y train and Y test, if I write separately like this, what happens? Miss, very simple. It is going to, now, the entire data. What are the entire data is there now? Again, I'm going to show X. Now, in this, sum of the records. For example, let us take like this. Let's take an example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, in this only X I'm taking. In the X, I'm going to take the 80% of the data. That is 1, 3, 5, 2. And one record separately. This is called as X train. First train will come. So the name of this first one is called as X train. Second test will come. So this is the name is X test. Okay, done. Separately, if I take this one separately. Now in this also 4 numbers will be chosen separately. 4 numbers are 7, 9, 10, 6 and the balance whatever is left is 8. But this is the recorder. 1 and 7 is the recorder. No, right? 1 and 6 is the record. When you have taken separately, automatically it will do the separate records randomly. So that is the reason we have to take in the single line of code. X and Y we have to write in the single line means this is the reason. Now automatically whatever the records are used for the train, the same records are only used for the, in the X, whatever the records are there, X, Y also will be the same records. Now if I open here, this is my X train data. In the X train data, what is the record number? First record number is 50, 115, 5, 6, 114. This is the order of the records. Let me cross check with the Y train. So what is the first record number? Index number is 50, index number is 115, index number is 5, 6, 114. Same index numbers. So what are the records are selected for train data? Same records will be chosen in the Y, X and Y. Both the records will be the same. Otherwise, what happens? This is the problem. If you write separately means you are going to get like this. Then automatically the input and output will not have the relation only. The entire data will be changed. Right? And I already told you in the last class, we have to take the maximum value of train. So maximum, what is the maximum amount of training? The more amount of training is always good. What is the maximum amount is 80% only is the max. The more we get trained, the more we spend on our brain, the more accuracy we get. At the same time, without getting tested every time preparing, but never we are getting tested means it will lead to the overfitting problem. So too much of training will lead to the overfitting problem. So that is the reason. Okay, the maximum value is 0.8. Okay, so always go with the maximum value. Okay, if possible 0.9, 0.99 also possible means we'll go with that. But what is the maximum limit of train data is the more the training, the more you get the more accurate data. The less amount of training, you'll get the underfitting problem. Right? Now, so here next one is random state. What is this random state means? Every time the data will be locked. So here you can write some number. It is not 77. You can even write some number 1, 2, 3, anything. Standardly, they'll write the 42. Some number. Once you lock that number, once the number was locked, means everything is locked. Otherwise, what happens? Here, if you don't write random state, now you will get the X train data. Now, if I open the X train data, what are the train data is there? Okay, what is the first record? 92. If I execute one more time, what is the now first record? If I execute one more time, each time I execute, each time the random values changes. The records will changes. In the train data, the records changes. I want to lock sometime. something I want to lock means, so I have to do the random state. I'm going to write the random state is equal to some number. This number indicates to lock the data. Now, the moment you execute 100 times also, the data is locked. It will not change. First number is 79 followed by 197. Every time it is fixed. It will never change. It will never change. Is that number is having any importance? Miss, number is not having any importance. You can choose which are the number. One number you have to write to log the data. That number means literally if you write one number, it is equal to true. Other than 0, write one number. 0 indicates false. Other than 0, write one number. Right? Now, so here, once I have divided the data into train test split, and once I'm having like this, now I'm going to start applying the modeling. After train test split, now modeling. Okay. So in the modeling, what is the first algorithm? Linear regression. So my model number 1. So as I've told you, I'm going to take in terms of modeling plus evaluation simultaneously. Both of them I'm going to do the simultaneously for each model. For one algorithm, I will do the same thing in the same way. Right. Randomly 80%. Yes. Randomly you are choosing the 80% of the data for training and remaining for the testing. Exactly. Rangraj. Next, coming to the next point, how it will impact the train data. That it will use the random lock. Yes, randomly, pure random selection. Can there be any difference in accuracy based on the random state value? There will be no much difference in the based on the random state value. There will be no much difference. Now, how we are going to decide the value for the random state means the random state value number is purely random, any one number. You are interested in any one particular number? Can you say any other number which you are interested? I will take that one only. It is pure random. Right? Done. Sir, why two set data like X train and Y train? Do we use, obviously, train data and test data we require now. Now we are going to fit on the train data. Test data is used for testing purpose. Now, if you don't use a random state, then automatical train and test data changes every time. How it will impact the model means it will not impact the model, but you are going to share the output now. For example, you have completed the project and you have told me that I have got this much of accuracy, 75%, 75% or 76% accuracy. The moment you execute one more time, the number will change. Again, you execute one more time. According to the data, everything will change, right? As data changes, the internal max will change. Internal max change means predicted values changes. According to the predicted values, automatically the final value will change. Point is clear? So random state is crucial. If the random state is crucial or something, if you're feeling it is more important for you, in that case, identify the best random state number. Identify the best random state number. How we can identify the best random state number? So again, I'm getting the multiple questions here. Any preference or something? So since multiple students are asking the same question again and again, that is, again, you're majorly focusing on the random state now for you. Okay. Though I'm saying it is not that much of important, but you're not that much of satisfied with the answer or something, right? So for your case, better to identify the best random state number. So how to identify the best random state number means this is the code for that. To identify the best random state number. So here, what I'm going to do is for I in range of 0 to 100, 0 to 100, random state is equal to I. Now, what is the first I value? 0. What is the second random I value? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 99. Now I'm going to take up to 99 like this, and I'm going to fit on the data. Okay. And from that, I will calculate the evaluation, and also I will calculate the accuracy. And along with that, I will calculate the cross validation score. Now, what are the cross validation score I have calculated? After calculating the cross validation and train, I want the difference between the train and CV, that is train accuracy versus CV, which is less than 0.05, either plus or minus. Plus or minus 5 means absolute value. Just I'm going to apply the absolute value. So which are the absolute value is less than 0.05 between both of them. From that, I'm going to identify the best random state number. So here I'm going to try the different values of random state starting from the 0 to 99. Okay. 0 to 99. So just I'm going to try the different. Point number 1. Okay. Everyone please make a note of this. Random state number. What are the random state number is there? Write this one in the notes. First, without random state number, without random state, what are the random? Without random state number. Yes, please give me some time to at least to write. After writing, you ask the question, please. Okay. Just online students, give me 1-2 minutes. Without random state number, you are not writing the random state. Without assigning any random state number, any number to random state, without assigning any number to random state, then the data changes every time we execute the code. The data changes every time we execute the code. So one day the output will be 1, second day the output will be next one. Okay. So for example, today without writing this one, first I have not assigned some number. I have completed the entire project. What are the entire project is there? I have completed entire project, and in the entire project finally I got the accuracy of 90%. And I have told you yesterday we have completed the project and 90%. Suddenly in front of you, when I'm trying to re-execute the code, when I'm re-executing, now the answer will come to some 88 or something like this. There will be no much difference, but value changes. Again, next day when I re-execute one more time, now this time I may get 89. It will be plus or minus range only. It will not have that much of huge difference, but at least that changes will be there. One day one value, second day with plus or minus, every time it will come to different values. The moment we execute every time the entire code, okay, the moment we execute the entire code, re-executing one more time, if you execute the project, re-executing the entire project, when you re-execute the project, again you may get now this time you may get 91 or you may get 90, any number. So every time it is going to give one number because of reason. What is the reason behind that? Is because it is taking the different random values. Okay, random records. Now with assigning some number, by assigning some number to random state. Okay, what are the number you are assigning to random state? The data is locked. It will not change. It is locked. So once you complete the entire project, in the entire project, finally, you'll identify the best algorithm. You'll identify the best algorithm. You'll identify the same thing. Everything will remain same. Finally, for example, you got 90%. 100 times you execute also, answer is same. Project is same. It is locked everything. Okay, once you re-execute, because data points will not change, right? When the data points not changes, answer will be the same only with not even minute difference. 0.00001% difference also will not be there. Because records are same, answer is same, everything is same. You are simply locking the data. Okay? Is the point is clear? For all the models, data should be locked. Once we log the data, now we'll apply the different algorithms on the same data. For this data, what are the algorithm 1, algorithm 2, algorithm 3? So for one data, one algorithm, again changing, then finally which algorithm, which data it has given. So for example, okay, data 1, D1 means data 1. For data 1, algorithm 1 is good. For data 2, algorithm 3 is good. Now tell me, algorithm is good or data is good? For data 1, one data, you got the algorithm 1 was good model. Finally, the best model. Finally, this is the best model as per this data. For data 2, you got the best model as this one. Now tell me, which algorithm is best or which data is best? So when you are having the multiple combinations and best one, so here we have not decided like this. So comparison never be done like this. This answer is we can't tell the exact reason. This algorithm was besta, this algorithm is besta miss. Answer is not fixed. But once you log the data, now you apply the 100 algorithms also, easily we can identify which algorithm is best. When you want to do the comparison, you want to the comparison between the algorithms means remaining things should be constant. Whichever you want to identify the best, that one only has to vary. You want to identify what? Which algorithm is best. Which algorithm or which model is best. So which model is best means only change in the model only. Remaining parameters don't change. If you change the remaining parameters and you are changing the model also means parameters wise you got the best modeler or algorithm wise you got best modeler will be confused. There will be no fixed answer. But once you log the remaining, all the parameters are locked. Every parameter is locked. No difference in other parameters. Everything is locked. Data cleaning was locked, data pre-processing is locked, and train test split is locked. Everything is locked. Before to the model, whatever is there, before to the model. Before to the model, everything is locked for all the algorithms. Then, which algorithm is best miss? Obviously, we can easily say that which one has given the highest accuracy. So for one model, one type of cleaning, for another model, another type of cleaning, for another model, another type of cleaning, if you do, finally, you got the better accuracy for cleaning purpose or for algorithm purpose also, we don't know. Point is clear? Sir, my requirement is which data cleaning is good. Then only change the data cleaning process. Models you keep the constant. Data cleaning one type of data cleaning you do for the linear regression. And the type of data cleaning you do for linear regression only. And the data cleaning you do for linear regression only. Now algorithm is constant only. Now easily we can identify which data cleaning has given you the best accuracy. So for one model data cleaning, for one model different data cleaning like this, if you do now, it's a combination of multiple combinations. Finally, answer will not be locked. Point is clear, guys? Everyone understood? Yes or no? Now, simply to log the data, here we are going to use the random state, some number in the random state. Right? Simply you're writing here random state is equal to true. Here, instead of number, simply write true. No discussion on this. Better. True means log the data. False means don't log the data. Simple. Point is clear? Literally it is equal to true. Ravi, now it is clear for you? Does it accept true or false means 100% it will accept. True means one only na. One is a number only na. Point is clear now? Done. Now we are going to apply the linear regression. How we are going to apply the linear regression means first you are going to import the linear regression. And whatever you have imported the linear regression, that linear regression, then don't we need the code to find the, not even required. Ranjita, That is not required. Because here always remember, in the entire ML and AI, in the entire ML and AI, okay? In the entire AI and ML, whichever is not fixed, whichever, here like example is random state, whichever is not fixed, then in that case, what generally we'll do is, we will do tuning. Whichever is not fixed, we will do the tuning. That is called as trial and error. That is nothing but trying the different values. Okay, tuning means trying the different values and identifying the best value among them. Trying different values and identify best among them. Many students, okay, many students in the real world, they will say that ML and AI is comparatively difficult. Okay, some of the students are going to say like this. Okay, why they'll say why ML and AI is difficult, basically here many things are not fixed. Since many things are not fixed, we have to do the more trial and error methods. When we are doing the trial and error methods and we are going to identify the best among them, everything is not fixed, because in the real world, we'll get one type of data like this, like this, like this. Many students will be interested for what type of courses, like DevOps, example, or AWS. For these, many students will be interested comparatively in the real world. Why, because for them, everything will be easy. They have to click on this. Everything should be fixed. The more the fixed things are there, more amount of fixed things are there in the entire syllabus, I mean, in the entire work, more things are fixed, more it is easy to work. This is the case, means click on this. This is the case, means click on this. This is the case, means click on this. Easy na. You have to apply your brain in this scenario, what you have to observe, and based on that you have to do, miss. That is difficult. Point is clear? Just click on this, click on this, click on this, miss. Easy. Not only for us, for any person. Generally for any person, the more the things are fixed, the more the easiness. The lesser the fixed, more things we have to try. More things we have to try means more amount of time we have to spend to get the answer. More amount of time we have to spend means automatically it is called as difficult. Simple logic. Right? So here, whenever remember this one, whenever it is not fixed value, whichever is not fixed value, you can go with the trial and error method. For a trial and error method, what we have to, trial and error means try the different values. The meaning of trial and error means try the different values and identify the best among them. So for this, just you have to apply the loop. From the loop, you can identify the which is best. Right? Now here, for this, basically, for random state, basically we don't require the code to identify the best random state number. Code is also not required. Simply you can write the true. That is the best option. Or standard one is 42. Out of these two, one. Either write true or 42. No need to discuss anything on this. Waste of time. If it is having much importance and it is going to impact on the accuracy and it is going to lead to a different problem, is 100% I will explain that one. It is not having that much of importance what you are thinking. So just you can write the true. Not even for, if you write 42 also, back end true only will be applied. If you directly write the true also, true only will be applied. Absolutely not a problem. Right? Now coming to this, from sklearn.linear model, import linear regression. And the model is equal to linear regression. And you are going to fit on X train, Y train. Now, what is X train, Y train? Fit. Fit means what? I told you. Fit means what? Calculate. What it will calculate? Beta 1. That is nothing but sigma of X minus X bar whole square into Y minus Y bar divided by sigma of X minus X bar whole square. This calculation will be done in the back end of this one. Beta naught is equal to Y bar minus beta 1 X bar. This calculation only will be done in the back end of this. Fit means calculate. What it will calculate? This one. it will calculate. Okay. And once it has calculated, I'm going to get the output as one coefficient and one intercept. One is that is slope, one slope and one intercept, because here only one input column is there. Next, model dot predict on x trine. Now, what is meant by model dot predict on x trine means what are the model is there? By substituting that values, we are going to predict the output. Already I have completed last class in the theory by taking the numbers and how to calculate the error, how to calculate everything I have shown. In one of the class, I have completed the entire max, right? In one of the class, I have completed the theory, regularization and everything, right? In the previous classes, already I have shown you what is model dot predict. Predict means substituting the data in the equation. And once you substitute the data in the equation, you will get the estimated values. These estimated values should be compared with the original values. So y predict trine. Y predict trine means literally it is equal to for me y hat. So I'm going to compare with the y trine data. The difference between these two only is called as error. The predicted value minus this one. Sir, actual minus predicted, predicted minus actual means no need of discussion on that, because anyways we are going to do the whole square. We will not take the error now. Obviously we'll take the RMSE, error square only we'll do. So no need to discuss whether actual minus predictor, predict minus actual. Anything is same, right? So now we are going to get the predicted values. For getting the predicted values, model dot predict on x trine. And from model dot predict on x trine, I'm going to calculate the RMSE. How to calculate the RMSE means I'm going to calculate the first MSE. After calculating the MSE, what are the MSE is there? After calculating the MSE, here I'm going to calculate the RMSE. That is print trine RMSE. What are the trine RMSE is there? And I'm going to print the trine RMSE, which is nothing but this is MSE. How to calculate the MSE means within the mean square error, we have to provide the actual values, that is y trine, and we have to provide the y pred trine. This is the function. This function includes the two arguments. What are the two arguments? First one is original values. Second one is predicted values. In the backend, it will calculate. So whatever it has calculated, for that, I'm going to apply the square root np.sqrt. In the NumPy, we have discussed sqrt function. Okay. So np.sqrt of MSE. What are the MSE is there? So first I'm going to calculate the MSE. From the MSE, I'm going to calculate the square root of this. Now, let me store this one. What are the MSE values there? Let me store this one also here. I'm writing here one variable name MSE, and simply I'm printing the MSE. This is trine MSE. From that RMSE. RMSE is nothing but square root of MSE. So like this, I'm going to ask this one. Okay. Now, so this is the MSE value, that is 6,25,000, not even 6 lakhs, 62,54,344. That is the MSE value. And RMSE value is 2,500. That is RMSE value, whatever I have received for this. Right? Now, next, I'm going to calculate the similar way for the test data. How to calculate for the test data? For the test data, again, we are going to take in the same way, model dot predict on the x test. X test. What are the output I have received? I'm going to store in the y test. Now again, I'm going to calculate between the y pred test versus y test, the difference between these two, and I'm going to calculate the MSE, and from that I'm going to calculate the test MSE and test RMSE. So this is completely test data. So first I'm going to calculate the MSE value, and from that I'm going to apply the square root of MSE. Now once I have applied, so I have got the 2,900 of test RMSE, 2,500 of trine RMSE. Now for 2,500 plus or minus 5%, for this plus or minus 5%, 2500 plus or minus 5%. 5% means what? 2500 into 0.05. What is 0.05? Which is equal to 125. So 2500 plus or minus 125 should be the test RMSE. But test RMSE is within the plus or minus 125? No. What type of problem it is called as? It is a good model or bad model? For example, if it is less than 2625 means it is considered as good model only, plus or minus 5%. Okay. So it is not in the plus or minus 5% range. So it is called as bad model, where train RMS is less than the test RMS. Means training was good, but testing is bad. So it is called as overfitting problem. Sir, now it is overfitting problem now, sir. What we are going to do is, for this particular algorithm, any modifications, if you can do miss, you are going to do. If no modifications can be done for this algorithm miss, try the second algorithm. Is the point is clear? So for example, in your office, one person is there. He is doing some mistakes. What you will do? You are the owner and he is the employee under you. Now he is doing the multiple mistakes. What you are going to do? First, you are going to give the chance. What is the problem? And you will try to rectify something. No, he is not rectifying. Next, ignore and go to the second person or remove him. Simply remove him. Simply delete this one. If it is not working, what we can do? It is not working. For our data set, linear regression is not working. Go to the second algorithm. Point is clear? Yes. If trained RMSE is less than the test RMSE, we call it as overfitting problem. Right, guys? Done. So we'll continue from here in the next class. Right? Now, tell me, guys, last point. Sorry, 1 minute, 1 minute. Okay. So tell me, should I continue the class tomorrow? That is Sunday. Is that fine? If I take the class tomorrow at the same time. Same time, same hours. No, 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 no. Okay, okay, okay. Done. Okay. Yes and no combination is there. So multiple students are saying no also. Okay, done. Not a problem. If one or two students are saying no miss, I can ask them to adjust. But these many students are saying to no miss, then it will be difficult. Okay, we'll continue in the next class, guys. That is on next Saturday. Okay, done. We'll continue from here. Next Saturday ML, Monday to Friday, our regular class. Common. Everything will be common. Yeah, I'm going to share you the project files and everything. Last week video I have already shared now. Hinok, already I have shared, right? Have you paid for the recording? Hinok, please confirm me. Have you paid for the recording? No, you told me it free. Oh, okay. First I'm asking whether have you paid for the recording? No, right? Okay, done. Now, what are the free recording we are going to provide now? The validity of the free recording will be for 1 week. Generally, why we'll provide the free recording miss? On that day, the student will not have the time to attend, right? At least on next day, he will see the recording. Next day or next day, he will see the recording on next day, right? We'll provide the recording for 1 week. Done. Right, guys. We'll continue in the next. So tomorrow there is no class. Sunday there is no ML class. Next class is on next Saturday. Sir, I'm registering for the certification which is to do AI 102 or DP 100. That is your choice. If you want the certification on ML miss DP 100. If you want the certification on AI miss AI 102. DP 100 majorly focus on the machine learning. AI 102 will majorly focus on the AI. AI 102 contains only OpenAI and DevOps. DevOps is not there. In that, DevOps is not there. Yeah, Hinok, I'll reshare you the recording of one more time. Okay. This time, please go through the recording in 1 week. Done.